Hi, me again. Okay, day 5. Let's talk about day 5. I was having a rough go of it this morning, to put it mildly. So, like I said, I was the only human that was awake for the entire bus ride last night. Like, literally, even the drivers swapped out. There was two of them. Um, and I haven't been sleeping at all. Like, I think I've slept maybe the longest amount of sleep that I have gotten consecutively was 4 hours the other day, during the day. At night, like I just lay there and stare at the ceiling. I cannot sleep. This jet lag is killing me. The nausea and sort of like weakness and stomach flu feeling has gone away, but just my circadian rhythm's all screwed up, and it's to the point where I'm starting to hallucinate a little bit. So like I'm seeing things move out of the corners of my eyes that are not really there. So when the bus dropped us off here in Siem Reap at 5 o'clock this morning, I was on the verge of a breakdown. um, that might be a bit dramatic, maybe not. So what happens is the bus drops you in the middle of nowhere. I mean, Siem Reap itself is not really like a bustling city, but the bus drops you in the middle of nowhere, and there's literally like an outdoor seating area and two little bathrooms, and you have Wi-Fi on your phone as long as the bus is still in the parking lot. But as soon as they're done unloading the luggage, they take off again. And the SIM card that I had bought in Vietnam only works in Vietnam. So as soon as we went over the Cambodian border, my SIM card stopped working, and also my phone was down to 4% battery. So they drop everybody off in the middle of nowhere at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's pitch black. I have no battery on my phone, no way to access the internet, and I don't know where the hotel that I have booked is. And it doesn't really matter anyway because check-in time isn't until 2 p.m. and it is 5 o'clock in the morning. Luckily, thank God, I had made friends with that girl, Aoife, and she has done a lot of traveling and she is really good at it, and she's very level-headed, and she's been in much worse situations before, and she saw that like I had tears streaming down my face and I was just I was done. I was ready to just like get back on the bus and be like, please just take me to the airport. So what they do is they plan it this way, right? So they drop you off at 5 a.m. and then there's like 20 tuk-tuk drivers just like crowded around the bus station like vultures, waiting for everyone to get off the bus, because the best time to see Angkor Wat, which is why we all came to Siem Reap, the best time to see Angkor Wat, the big temple, is at sunrise, which is 6 a.m. And it's approximately 15 to 30 minutes away from the bus station by tuk-tuk. So these guys are like, oh, you just rode a bus for 18 hours to see Angkor Wat. Do you want to see it at sunrise? It's awesome. Get in my tuk-tuk. I'll take you there. Right? So all these tourists are like, yes, that sounds awesome. I was not about that life. I was not about that life. I had booked a hotel for that night with the intent of walking from the hotel to the temple. Like I purposely chose this hotel because of its proximity to the temple. I want to walk. I want to see what there is to see along the way. I want to shower. I want to be well rested. I want to see this thing, right? So I'm not ready to go right now. So the tuk-tuk drivers are like, oh, miss, we'll take you, we'll take you. And I'm like, go away. So luckily Aoife swoops in, and she had managed to, while the bus was still in the parking lot unloading the luggage, she had managed to quickly download a map of where we were and where her hotel that she had booked is. And she reminded me that I can still check my email. So I checked my email, and the booking information, including my hotel address, was in there. So she was able to see that on the screenshot of the map she had taken. And she was like, here's what we'll do. We'll freshen up here at the bus station. You go, use the bathroom, and let's gather our belongings, repack our stuff, make sure we have water, and then we'll walk to your hotel, and we'll see if, by some miracle they let you check in early. And if so, then you can get some rest and whatever. And if not, maybe we'll find a little cafe or something along the way. We'll stop and have some coffee. And I was like, yeah, okay, we should do that, sure. It turns out nothing opens in Siem Reap. No restaurants, no cafes, no shops, nothing opens until at the earliest 8 a.m. So we're walking along to my hotel, and it's silent. The city is asleep. There's nothing. Even the packs of rabid dogs, with chunks of fur falling off of their bodies. That's not an exaggeration. These things exist everywhere. Even they are sleeping. There's nothing. So we're walking towards my hotel, and I'm like, are you sure we're going the right way? Are you sure we're going the right way? And she's like, yes, absolutely. It is the most disgusting, like poverty-stricken, like muddy, dirt, red clay street with piles of garbage taller than me everywhere, and like broken down cars and corrugated tin shacks that people live in, and just chickens wandering around, and trash everywhere, and puddles, and it's just poverty. And that's the neighborhood that we had to walk. Like I think we walked like a mile from the bus station to my hotel through all of this stuff, and not a soul to be found. And about, I want to say about 90% of the way there, we happened upon this little cafe that clearly was not open yet. They were still preparing for the day. But Ifa popped her head in and was like, can we just sit and have a coffee? Would that be possible? And the little family that was running the cafe was so kind. And they were like, yes, you want coffee? Sure, come in, have coffee. So we were able to pause there and have some coffee. And she had an extra like cell phone battery pack charger thingy in her bag, so I was able to plug my phone in at least and let it charge while we sat and drank coffee. And the very first thing I learned about Cambodia is it's super cheap. I will show you around my hotel room later. This is fantastic. The 2 coffees, plus they kept, it's their custom to, no matter what you order, bring a giant thing of hot tea and cups to the table. So the 2 coffees and all the tea we could drink came to $1. $1. And everything's American dollars here. They love the American dollar. They have their own currency, the real, but they charge everything in dollars, which drives Ifa crazy because she's not from America and she doesn't know the value of dollars. She's used to like rupees in India and whatever the fuck they use in Czech Republic. So whatever. So I was like, I got this one. So I bought us coffee. So we're like, okay, let's soldier on. We find my hotel, and the gentleman at the front desk is like, actually, the person from your room just checked out, went to see Angkor Wat because wanted to see it at sunrise. So we're just cleaning it now. If you want to come back in an hour or so, we'll have it ready for you. And I was like, great. And he let me keep my backpack there, which was awesome because it's very heavy. And so Ifa was like, all right, let's turn around and head back towards my hotel, and we'll see if we can find a breakfast place or something. And I was like, all right, cool. So we turned around and we headed back to her hotel, which hers, she had booked it in the middle of the city, like where everything is. There's lovely shops and restaurants and everything to see there. And it's a very happening place, lots of traffic and things like pavement and signs, which is lovely. So we got to her guest house, and they have a little cafe that serves American breakfast. So we were able to get like a real American breakfast and coffee and plug in our phones there. It was lovely. All right, my battery is dying, so let's